Stop. Just for a moment. Notice your breathing. In and out. You did not come here by accident. Algorithms are predictable, but curiosity is destiny. As you listen to my voice, you might feel a sensation in your chest. A warmth. A recognition. Keep watching. Because what happens in the next few minutes will rewrite what you believe is possible. There is a place high in the Tibetan mountains. Hidden in fog. Smelling of ancient cedar. And someone is waiting there. For you. His name was Maximilian. Or maybe it was yours. He did not remember how he arrived. Only the blinding light. The whisper of the wind calling his name. Standing before the gates, he realized something profound. Time here does not flow in a line. It spirals. And as you watch this spiral on your screen, you might notice your own sense of time beginning to shift. Seconds feel like minutes. Minutes feel like eternity. You are safe here. You can relax deeper into the chair. Because the deeper you relax, the more you understand. She appeared. Ilara. Eyes like liquid gold. She spoke no words, yet her voice echoed directly inside his chest. Enter, she said. Where reality is soft as wax. She walked through empty halls where frescoes moved on the walls. Showing futures. Your future. That have not happened yet. Every 45 seconds the temple gong sounds. Feel that vibration. That is adrenaline. That is pure knowing. It signals a shift. And just as Maximilian touched the wall, you too are touching something new. Perhaps you feel an urge to agree. To align. When you feel that alignment, clicking the like button becomes as natural as breathing in after being underwater. It is not a request. It is a completion. Go ahead. Complete the cycle. The walls vanished. He stood on an ocean of liquid silver. Ilara stood on the wave crest. You look for answers, she whispered. When you should be looking for questions. To know the truth you must dissolve. Maximilian felt fear leave. Replaced by a desire to become the flow. He was no longer the viewer. He was the process. Your heart is beating in unison with this truth now. Can you feel it? They walked on water. Flowers of pure light bloomed under their feet. This world, she said, is a mirror of your mind. He closed his eyes. He imagined a city of crystal. And instantly spires of glass pierced the sunset sky. But there was a cost. A sacrifice required to stay. To remain, he had to leave everything behind. His name. His past. His attachments. He hesitated. Looking into her golden eyes. The choice was made, she said, the moment you stepped through the gate. Now you are the keeper of silence. The light became too bright. Boundaries vanished. He became the light. He became the monastery. He became the ocean. And in this moment you feel it too. The completion. The puzzle piece locking into place. If you want to remember this feeling. If you want to return to this state. Subscribe. Not to the channel. But to the frequency. Lock this memory into your timeline. Because the next video is the next step in your architecture. You are now the architect. When you close this video, you will carry the silver ocean with you. You will see the crystal city in your dreams. You are ready. Wake up changed. Listen closely now, because the story is not just about him, it is about you and the way your mind constructs reality from the raw materials of sensation and belief. Imagine the air around you right now becoming thinner, cleaner, like the air at 14,000 feet where the monks breathe in silence and exhale history. You can feel the weight of your body settling into the surface beneath you, and as you feel that weight you can also feel the lightness of your mind beginning to expand. Maximilian walked through the gates and the iron was cold against his palm, but the coldness was not unpleasant. It was a reminder that he was alive, that he was present in a moment that existed outside of the linear progression of days and hours. You know that feeling when you are so absorbed in something that you forget to check the time. That is the state we are entering together. A state where the clock on the wall loses its authority over your experience. The corridor was long and lined with statues of beings that looked human, but their expressions were of a peace that humanity has forgotten. As Maximilian walked past them, he felt his own muscles relax, his own jaw unclench, and you might notice yourself doing the same right now as you listen to the rhythm of these words. Ilara did not walk, she glided, and her feet did not touch the stone floor but hovered just above it, suggesting that gravity was merely a suggestion here, not a law. And you too can begin to feel lighter, as if the heavy concerns of your daily life are being lifted by an unseen force. She stopped before a large door made of wood that seemed to pulse with a heartbeat of its own. "This is the Hall of Echoes," she said without moving her lips. "Inside here every thought you have ever had is stored as a sound." Maximilian pushed the door open, and the sound was not a creak but a chord, a perfect major triad that resonated in his bones. Inside the room was empty except for a single mirror standing in the center. But when Maximilian looked into it, he did not see his face, he saw a landscape. He saw a mountain range under a violet sky. He saw a river of mercury flowing uphill. He saw himself standing on the bank watching the river. And you are watching yourself watching the river. This layering of perception is where the magic happens. It is where you realize that you are not just the person living the life but also the consciousness observing the life. This distinction is crucial for what comes next. Because to build a new reality you must first step outside the old one. You must become the observer. As you observe this video, you are observing yourself observing. And in that space of observation there is freedom. Ilara walked up to the mirror and reached into it. Her hand passed through the glass as if it were water. "Come," she said. "There is no barrier except the one you believe in." Maximilian stepped forward. He expected resistance, but there was none. He stepped through the mirror and the air on the other side was warm and smelled of ozone and blooming jasmine. You can imagine that smell now. Let it trigger a memory of a time when you felt completely free. Maybe it was a childhood summer. Maybe it was a moment of triumph. Anchor that feeling now. Because you will need it. They walked through a forest where the trees were made of translucent quartz and the leaves chimed like tiny bells in the wind. Every step Maximilian took caused the ground to glow softly beneath his feet. "This is the path of illumination," Ilara explained. "It only lights up for those who are willing to see." Are you willing to see? The question hangs in the air. It is not a question that requires an answer out loud. It is a question that requires a shift in your internal state. A nod of the soul. A quiet yes. As you continue to watch, you are saying yes. You are committing to the journey. The path led to a cliff edge overlooking a vast valley filled with mist. Below them something moved. Something large and serpentine. It was not a monster, it was a river of energy visible to the eye now because their perception had been heightened. "This is the flow of creation," Ilara said. "Most people live on the banks watching the water go by. They dip their hands in occasionally, but they are afraid to jump in. They are afraid of drowning. But you cannot drown in creation. You can only become it." Maximilian looked at her. "How do I jump?" "You let go. You stop trying to control the current and you let it carry you." It sounds simple, but it is the hardest thing a human mind can do. The mind wants to build dams. It wants to direct the flow. But the flow knows where it is going better than you do. Think about your own life. Think about the times you resisted change. How much energy did it cost you? How much suffering was created by the resistance itself? Now imagine what it would feel like to stop resisting. To let the current take you. You might feel a sensation of relief spreading through your shoulders. That is the beginning of letting go. That is the first step onto the silver ocean. Maximilian stepped off the cliff. He did not fall. He floated. The mist caught him and held him. He was suspended in the void. And in the void there is no up or down. There is only here. And now. You are here. You are now. The mist cleared and he was standing on the surface of the silver ocean. The water was perfectly still like a mirror. His reflection looked back at him, but it was smiling even though he was not. This is your higher self, Alara said, appearing beside him. It knows the way even when you do not. Trust it. Trust the part of you that brought you to this video. Trust the intuition that told you to click. There are no accidents in the universe. Only synchronicities. You are here because you are ready. And readiness is a frequency. When you vibrate at the frequency of readiness, the universe responds. It sends you signs. It sends you teachers. It sends you videos. And now you are receiving the transmission. The water beneath Maximilian's feet began to ripple. Shapes began to form. Towers. Bridges. Domes. He was manifesting structure from the formless. This is what you do every night when you dream. But now you are doing it while awake. This is lucid living. You can look at your problems and see them as raw material. You can look at your fears and see them as unshaped clay. You are the sculptor. But you must be willing to get your hands dirty. You must be willing to touch the clay. Maximilian reached down and touched the silver water. It felt cool and viscous. He pulled his hand up and a strand of liquid metal followed him. He shaped it into a sphere. The sphere hovered in the air, glowing with an inner light. This is a thought made visible, Alara said. Most thoughts dissolve as soon as they are thought. But if you hold them with enough focus, if you charge them with enough emotion, they become real. They become matter. What thought are you holding right now? Is it a thought of limitation? Or is it a thought of expansion? You can choose. The choice is always yours, even when you feel you have no choice. Especially when you feel you have no choice. That is when the choice matters most. Maximilian closed his eyes and imagined a door. A door that led to a room where he kept all his doubts. He imagined locking that door and throwing away the key. And as he did, the sphere in the air grew brighter. It pulsed with energy. You can do this too. Visualize the doubt. Give it a shape. Give it a location. And then move it away. Push it to the edge of your mind. Let it fall off the cliff into the mist. Watch it disappear. Feel the space it leaves behind. That space is where the new will grow. That space is where the crystal city will rise. Alara walked towards the horizon. The sun was setting, but the light was not fading, it was changing color. From gold to violet to deep indigo. The shadows lengthened, but they did not bring darkness, they brought depth. Maximilian followed her. They walked for what felt like hours, but it might have been minutes. Time was still fluid. They arrived at a gate made of light. It had no handles. It had no lock. It simply waited for permission to open. This is the gate of integration, Alara said. To pass through you must accept all parts of yourself. The light and the shadow. The joy and the grief. The strength and the vulnerability. You cannot leave any part of yourself behind. They must all come with you. Maximilian thought about the parts of himself he had rejected. The times he had failed. The times he had been hurt. He invited them forward. He did not push them away. He welcomed them. And as he welcomed them, they changed. They lost their sharp edges. They became soft. They became fuel. The gate opened. It did not swing, it dissolved into particles of light that swirled around him. He walked through. On the other side was a garden. But the flowers were made of fire that did not burn. They warmed him. He sat on a bench made of stone that was warm to the touch. He felt tired, but it was a good tired. The tiredness of a job well done. The tiredness of creation. You might be feeling a similar tiredness now. A relaxation. A desire to rest. Allow yourself to rest in this moment. Let your eyes soften. Let your focus broaden. You do not need to strain to understand. Understanding comes when you stop trying. It comes in the spaces between the words. It comes in the silence. Listen to the silence behind my voice. That silence is where the truth lives. Words are just pointers. The silence is the destination. Maximilian sat in the garden for a long time. He watched the fire flowers dance. He listened to the wind sing. He felt connected to everything. The stone, the fire, the wind, the woman, the water. He was not separate. Separation was an illusion. A trick of the light. And now you know it too. You are not separate from this video. You are not separate from the story. You are the story. You are the one walking through the gates. You are the one standing on the silver ocean. You are the one building the city. The only difference is that you are doing it in your own life. The principles are the same. The laws of creation do not change based on location. They work in Tibet. They work in your living room. They work in your office. They work in your relationships. You create your experience by the quality of your attention. Where you place your attention, energy flows. If you place your attention on lack, you create more lack. If you place your attention on abundance, you create more abundance. It is not magic. It is mechanics. It is the physics of consciousness. Maximilian stood up. He felt ready to return. But return to where? There was no outside anymore. The inside and the outside had merged. He was the environment. Ilara smiled. You are ready, she said. Ready for what? For everything. She handed him a small object. It was a key made of glass. It was transparent. You could see through it. But it was solid. This is the key to your own mind, she said. Use it wisely. Maximilian took the key. It was warm. He held it tightly. He knew he would never lose it. Because it was not an object, it was a part of him now. You have received a key too. You might not see it with your physical eyes. But you feel it. You feel the change. You feel the shift. Hold on to that feeling. Protect it. Nurture it. Let it grow. When you leave this place, when you close this video, you will return to your normal routine. But you will not be the same. You will see things differently. You will hear things differently. You will feel things differently. The ordinary will become extraordinary. The mundane will become magical. Because you have changed the lens through which you view the world. And the world reflects the lens. If you clean the lens, the world becomes clear. If you crack the lens, the world becomes distorted. You are the cleaner of the lens. You are the keeper of the vision. Maximilian walked back through the garden. The fire flowers bowed as he passed. The stone bench hummed a low note. The wind whispered his name. But it was not Maximilian anymore. It was a new name. A name without sound. A name of pure being. He walked through the gate of light. It closed behind him. He was back in the corridor of statues. But the statues looked different now. They were smiling. They knew. He walked back to the main hall. The gong sounded again. But this time it did not vibrate his body, it vibrated his soul. It was a call to remember. Remember who you are. Remember what you can do. Remember the silver ocean. Remember the crystal city. He walked to the great iron gates. They opened before he touched them. He stepped out into the mist. The air was cold again. But he did not feel the cold. He carried the fire within him. He walked down the mountain path. He did not know where he was going. But he knew he was exactly where he needed to be. And you are exactly where you need to be. Right now. Watching this. Listening to this. Breathing this. There is a purpose to this moment. There is a reason you are here. Do not dismiss it. Do not scroll away. Stay with the feeling. Stay with the truth. The algorithm brought you here, but your soul kept you here. Trust your soul. It knows the way. It has always known the way. You have been wandering for a long time. Searching for answers in external places. In books. In people. In places. But the answers were always inside. Waiting. Like a seed in the dark soil. Waiting for the light. Waiting for the water. Waiting for you to notice. Now you have noticed. The seed is sprouting. You can feel it. A tiny green shoot breaking through the surface. Reaching for the sun. It is fragile, but it is strong. It is life. And life always finds a way. Maximilian reached the bottom of the mountain. He entered a village. The people looked at him. They saw the light in his eyes. They stepped aside to let him pass. They recognized him. Not as a stranger but as one of their own. As a awakened one. You are recognized too. By those who are ready to see. You will meet them. You will know them. By the look in their eyes. By the tone of their voice. By the silence between their words. You will form a tribe. A tribe of light. A tribe of creators. You are not alone. You never were. The separation was the illusion. The connection is the reality. Feel the connection now. Feel the connection to me. Feel the connection to everyone who has watched this. Feel the connection to everyone who will watch this. We are a network. A neural network of consciousness. Firing together. Wiring together. Creating a new reality. A reality based on love. On creativity. On truth. This is the new world. And it is being built now. By you. By me. By us. Maximilian found a small house at the edge of the village. He went inside. It was simple. A bed. A table. A window. He sat by the window. He looked out at the stars. They were bright. Closer than he remembered. He took out the glass key. He held it up to the starlight. It glowed. He placed it on the table. He lay down on the bed. He closed his eyes. He slept. And in his dreams he flew. He flew over the mountains. Over the ocean. Over the city. He saw the connections between all things. Lines of light connecting every living being. A web of gold. He was part of the web. And so are you. You are a node in the network. Your light is needed. Your voice is needed. Your creation is needed. Do not hide it. Do not dim it. Shine. Let your light burn bright. Let it illuminate the path for others. Just as this video has illuminated a path for you. Pass it on. Share the light. Share the frequency. Share the truth. When you share, you multiply. Light is not diminished by sharing. It is increased. The more you give, the more you have. This is the law of abundance. Maximilian woke up. The sun was rising. The light poured into the room. It touched the glass key. The key sang. A high, clear note. He smiled. He got up. He washed his face. He ate a simple breakfast. He went outside. The day was beginning. People were waking up. Starting their work. Living their lives. He joined them. But he was different. He worked with awareness. He spoke with intention. He walked with purpose. He was a monk in the world. A keeper of silence in the noise. A bearer of light in the dark. You can be this too. You do not need to go to a monastery. You do not need to leave your life. You just need to bring the monastery into your life. Bring the silence into the noise. Bring the light into the dark. Bring the awareness into the routine. Transform the ordinary into the sacred. Every dish you wash is a meditation. Every step you take is a prayer. Every breath you take is a connection. Life is the practice. There is no other practice. This is it. Right here. Right now. Maximilian walked through the village. He greeted people. He listened to them. He saw their pain. He saw their joy. He did not judge. He accepted. He was a mirror. He reflected their own light back to them. They felt seen. They felt heard. They felt loved. This is the greatest gift you can give. Presence. Total unconditional presence. Be present. With yourself. With others. With this moment. Presence is power. Presence is magic. Presence is love. Maximilian reached the center of the village. There was a square. A fountain. Water flowing. He sat by the fountain. He watched the water. It was clear. Pure. He dipped his hand in. It was cold. He splashed his face. He felt alive. He looked up. The sky was blue. Infinite. He took a deep breath. He exhaled. He let go. He was free. And you are free. You have always been free. You just forgot. Now you remember. Remembering is the key. Remembering is the unlock. Remember your power. Remember your nature. Remember your source. You are source. You are the creator. You are the dreamer. Wake up. Wake up to who you are. Wake up to what you can do. Wake up to the beauty around you. The world is waiting for you. It is waiting for your contribution. It is waiting for your art. It is waiting for your love. Do not keep it waiting. Step forward. Step into the light. Step into your power. Maximilian stood up. He walked out of the square. He walked down the road. He did not look back. He looked forward. To the horizon. To the future. To the possibility. The road stretched out before him. Long. Winding. Unknown. But he was not afraid. He was excited. He was ready. He began to walk. One step. Then another. Then another. The journey continues. Your journey continues. This video is just one step. One milestone. There are more steps to come. More milestones. More revelations. Keep walking. Keep watching. Keep learning. Keep growing. The path is endless. And that is the beauty of it. There is no destination. Only the journey. Only the becoming. Only the now. Maximilian walked until the sun was high. He found a tree. He sat under it. The shade was cool. He closed his eyes. He listened to the leaves. He listened to the birds. He listened to the wind. He listened to the silence. He smiled. He was home. He had arrived. And so have you. You are home. You are safe. You are loved. You are enough. You have always been enough. Rest in this knowledge. Let it sink in. Let it become part of you. Let it change you. Let it transform you. You are new. You are renewed. You are reborn. The old you is gone. The new you is here. Welcome yourself. Welcome the new you. Embrace the change. Embrace the growth. Embrace the life. It is yours. It is waiting. Take it. Claim it. Own it. You are the owner of your reality. You are the master of your fate. You are the captain of your soul. Sail forward. Sail strong. Sail true. The winds are in your favor. The stars are aligned. The universe is supporting you. Trust it. Trust the process. Trust yourself. You know what to do. You have always known. Now go. Go and create. Go and shine. Go and be. The world is waiting. Maximilian opened his eyes. He stood up. He walked on. The road called. He answered. He was the call and the answer. He was the question and the solution. He was the beginning and the end. He was everything. And so are you. You are everything. You are the universe experiencing itself. You are the eye of the storm. You are the calm in the chaos. You are the light in the dark. Be the light. Be the calm. Be the eye. Be you. Fully. Completely. Unapologetically. Be you. This is your mission. This is your purpose. This is your life. Live it. Live it well. Live it fully. Live it now. The time is now. The place is here. The person is you. There is no one else. There is no other time. There is no other place. This is it. This is the moment. Seize it. Hold it. Keep it. Make it yours. Make it count. Make it matter. Make it magic. You have the power. You have the key. You have the light. Use it. Share it. Give it. It is yours to give. It is yours to keep. It is yours to be. Be it. Live it. Love it. This is the way. This is the truth. This is the life. Maximilian walked into the sunset. He disappeared into the light. He became the light. He was gone. But he was everywhere. He was in the wind. He was in the water. He was in the stone. He was in the air. He was in you. He is you. You are him. We are one. One consciousness. One life. One love. One truth. Remember this. Remember us. Remember the oneness. Remember the connection. Remember the love. Carry it with you. Everywhere you go. Everything you do. Everyone you meet. Carry the light. Share the love. Be the truth. This is the end. And the beginning. The cycle continues. The spiral turns. The journey goes on. Forever. Always. Now. Stop. Breathe. Feel. Know. Be. You are ready. Go.